Hey there. I want to talk a little bit today about Hey There Delilah. Great song for beginners, or slightly past beginners, but it's a very simple picking pattern, mostly simple chords, although they're not as simple as A minors and Ds and Gs and stuff. Some of them are. But I like to have beginning students take a look at this. So here's a little bit of what you can work on first to get the hang of it. You do have to be able to play partial bar chords. You don't have to be able to play full bar chords yet for this song. That's why it's still kind of a beginning to intermediate song. But you do have to be able to play chords that have partial bars in them. The first chord is D, which you can of course play as a normal D chord like this. We'll come back to that in a second. The second chord, though, is a small F sharp minor. This is played with your first finger across the first three strings at the second fret. So this is one of what I'm calling a partial bar chord. So for this F sharp minor, you do have to make a bar here. In other lessons I'll talk more specifically about how to do this. It should not look like this, not like a full bar. You're trying to do this with what we call a hinge. But so your first finger is barred across three strings, and then your third finger is reaching to the fourth fret of the fourth string for a half an F sharp minor chord. Same chord shape you'd have to be able to play the opening to Stairway to Heaven. We'll explore that one in another lesson too. But anyway, so this F sharp minor chord, because it has to be played with a bar, it's a really good idea to play the D chord at the beginning with a bar. So I can play a D with one finger across three strings, and then my second finger on the third fret of the second string on the note D, and then I'm in really good shape to get to this F sharp minor. I only have to move a couple fingers. So as soon as you can play this half bar, it makes the beginning of the song very easy. Now the picking with the right hand consists of your thumb hitting the bass note for whatever chord you're going to play. The first two chords, they're both hit on the fourth string. Then these two fingers are always plucking, your index finger playing the third string and your middle finger playing the second string. More finger picking songs have your third finger as well playing the first string. This song doesn't even ever hit that string, so it's all done with two fingers. Matter of fact, you can play this song without your first string even on the guitar. Opposite of Keith Richards style and those open G tunings. Anyway, so this D chord, you're always going thumb and then plucking these two notes together on the second and third string. So I'm hitting my thumb on the D string, and then my index and middle fingers playing the second and third strings. And these two fingers do all the work in this song along with your thumb. So when I do that on D, and again, I can play the D normally if I want, and if I did that, I wouldn't even want to have my second finger on this chord because I'm not even hitting that string. So I'd have just these two fingers on the D, my index finger and my third finger. Sound like this. And then I'd move to the F sharp minor. Now again, notice it'll be less work if I play the D like this, with the bar. All I have to do is move, take one finger off and put one on. Anyway, I have a longer lesson about this song at Totally Guitars, so come on over to our site, totallyguitars.com, and take a look around, and there's tons of lessons and articles and things like that, and you can learn the rest of this song here, but that's the part I'd like to have people start working on. The D and the F sharp minor. Just get really good at that. The rest of the song's easier than that. There you go.